The last step to turning your hobby or your passion into a profitable side hustle that you make money off of is to, once you've done everything I've talked about in my prior videos, automate your business and scale your business out. Right? This gives you more freedom to do other things, so don't have to spend so much time managing your business. So with me, after I would say it was probably after the first year, so probably a year and a half, 2 years into it, I began to grow my business. So I brought my brother in to be a second camera person, which allowed me to charge clients more rates, right? As I mentioned in the earlier video, and I was also able to provide better service for my clients. Then the next thing I did was I hired freelancers, other freelancers from online, right? So before that, I was editing all the video myself, and this was very time consuming because I had a job and I didn't have time to do all of this. So I just went on sites like Upwork.com or what have you, and I got other editors. I ended up getting 2 video editors that I worked with. So my process was basically I would go to an event, or to a client's event or whatever. Let's say a client hired me for an event. I would film that event, come back home, upload the video to Dropbox, then send the Dropbox video to my editors. I had one editor who was based in North Carolina, and the second editor who was based in San Diego, California. Right, so I had 2 editors, and these were professional editors just freelancing on the side, and their rates were actually pretty low. Right, one guy was actually a graduate of USC Film School, which is like the Harvard of filmmaking, right? But he was only charging $25 an hour to edit. Now, mind you, I was charging my clients $75 an hour to edit film. Right, so at this point, I was charging $100 an hour to film a video, and for each hour of video, I would charge. If it was one camera, I would charge them I would charge them basically 3 times the cost of editing per 1 hour, right? So basically, for every 1 hour of filming, I would charge them 3 hours of editing. That was the estimate I'd give them, right? So if I had 1 hour at $100 an hour, I would also add in an additional cost of $75 an hour for 3 hours to edit the film. Right? So I had a $15 margin on editing costs, right? Which was pretty good, pretty profitable, right? So my editors, I'd send them the video footage. Their rates were, for some people they're high. $25 an hour is high, but to me, I was making money because the customer is paying $75 an hour. So I'm basically playing middleman, right? Making $50 margin for not doing much, right? So I'll just go out there, film the video, send them the raw footage, then just continue with my other stuff, my other entrepreneurial ventures. Then I was even making more money when I had 2 cameras, right? Because I'll charge them, I believe, I'll charge them for every 1 hour of filming, I'll charge them 4 hours of editing when there are 2 cameras filming. But this was very, very profitable, right? So I was able to scale my business and automate this. Now, the issue I did have, though, with some freelancers is that since this is not their business, they didn't really keep track of time, right? So for example, I may film raw footage and send it of a client and send them the footage, and the client is expecting the footage in a week or in 2 weeks, and the freelancers would take 2 weeks or 3 weeks or forever to edit the footage, to a point sometimes I'd end up doing the footage myself because the freelancers weren't really responsive. So that's one issue you may have when you try to grow your business to other freelancers and bring other people in, right? But it was very good for me because having my brother in allowed me to basically have more freedom, provide better service, and bringing in the freelancers allowed me to basically free up my time to do other things.